Leeds against Bradford Northern in the Stones Bidder Championship. If Leeds can pick up 2 championship points this afternoon, the Lorners will go to the top of the table. They'll go a point clear of Wigan, but the Riversiders have 2 games in hand. After this weekend, of course, they were involved in that Regal Trophy semi-final where they disposed of Castleford at Central Park. But as far as this game's concerned, well, both of these teams exited that Regal Trophy competition last weekend, as we know. Leeds were defeated by Castleford and Bradford Northern went down at Widnes. But both teams bounced back in midweek with league wins. Leeds at Oldham and Bradford Northern had that midweek win at Tattersfield against Doncaster. Big crowd in for this one, a West Yorkshire derby. Always plenty of interest when these two sides meet. And of course, in Bradford Northern coach Peter Fox, and indeed 4 of the Bradford Northern team this afternoon, well, they were former favourites here at Headingley in seasons past. Well, Bradford Northern out already, and Leeds just about to enter the fray for this league game here at Headingley. The Warriors, Ellery Hanley leads the Leeds team from the dressing rooms under the main stand on the far side, and he with the mascot followed by Harvey Howard and the rest of the Leeds team. Gary Schofield there, Craig Innes, Jim Fallon, and Leeds enter the field for this match. The referee for this league encounter is David Campbell. He's made a trip across the Pennines from Widnes for this game. As he said, Leeds can go to the top of the Stones Bidder Championship if they can overcome their old rival. This is the first meeting of these 2 teams this season. Normally by now they've met in previous cup competitions. There seem to be 4 or 5 meetings between Leeds and Bradford Northern over the season, but they stayed apart in the cups, the Regal Trophy. Who knows about the Silk Cut Challenge Cup? That of course is to come, and these 2 sides have not met at Odsall. That encounter comes a little later in the season. Ellery Hanley leads the Leeds mascot towards the halfway line to meet up with the Bradford Northern captain, who of course is Derek Fox, the Bradford Northern scrum half. Leeds, as usual, in their traditional blue and amber shirts, blue shorts and blue socks. Bradford Northern their white, black and red trim with black shorts and white socks. The formality has just been completed on the halfway line as the final photographer takes the final snap before the referee David Campbell gets this top of the table clash underway. Leeds in second place, Bradford Northern in third place. Northern have played a game more but are 2 points behind. If Bradford Northern are to be challenging for the championship, then they could do with 2 championship points this afternoon. Well, Leeds of course, as we know, could become league leaders, and maybe then the pressure will be on Wigan, but the champions have 2 games in hand. There goes the hooter, just about to get underway then. The roar of the crowd. David Campbell takes one last lingering look at his watch, and we're underway as Graham Holroyd kicks deep inside that Bradford Northern half of the field. It's picked up by Paul Dixon. Dixon makes it just outside the 20-metre line before he's tackled by Familo. Brian McDermott, the Bradford Northern loose forward, gets an early touch but is met by the reception committee of 3 Leeds shirts as Watson gets the ball inside to Dixon. Dixon releases the ball to Trevor Clark. Clark tries to get away from Leeds tackles, but Richie players there. David Campbell adjudges Leeds were offside. Brian McDermott takes a quick tap penalty. That was good play by the Northern loose forward, quickly spotting that Leeds were just off their mark there for a second. The Northern have it inside the Leeds half. Watson feeds it to Bourneville. Bourneville tries to hand off Harvey Howard, but that's easier said than done, and Lowe's brings him down. Clark out to Watson. Watson and Fox, the 2 creators in the Bradford Northern team. They certainly the duo that cause a lot of teams in the championship problems. Fox out to this left-hand side. Little kick through, it comes off a Leeds player. The ball's gone loose. Referee says 6 more tackles. Comes off Graham Holroyd, says the referee, and Northern have 6 more tackles just outside the Leeds area. So an early chance maybe for some Bradford Northern pressure. For Milo makes the tackle. Here comes Bourneville on the first challenge forward. Lowe's brings him down by his ankle. He's helped by Howard. Fox with the ball inside. Roy Powell. Powell gets a good ball away, but the ball couldn't be taken there by Bourneville, but Powell did well to get the ball really away despite the attentions of 2 Leeds players around him. But unfortunately for Bradford Northern, the ball was knocked forward, and a chance maybe for Peter Fox's team in the opening 5 minutes. goes with that knock-on. 0-0 still the scoreline here as Leeds feed the scrum. Kevin Iro on this side of the field, the main stand, the south stand side, head down, tries to get away from Newlove. That could be a battle royal this afternoon between Paul Newlove and Kevin Iro, Kiwi international, Great Britain international, as Fallon makes a good break for Leeds. Now it's Mercer feeds Innes on that far side. Innes looks for support, finds it in Alan Tate, who's come up to join the line. Tate does well, gets the ball inside to Cummins. Chance here for Leeds. Cummins to Hanley. Hanley's going to surely make it to the try line here for Leeds. Ellery Hanley dives underneath the post for the first points of the afternoon. 6 minutes gone, and Ellery Hanley, the try scorer. But Gary Mercer involved, Craig Innes involved, and Ellery Hanley, the man, the try poacher, who's always there in support. He was there on the inside for the pass, and Ellery Hanley receives the accolade of the Leeds supporters, and Leeds lead Bradford Northern by 4 points to 0. Good break that by Leeds. The ball was quickly sped out towards that left-hand side. Good handling. Mercer got a good pass out, and there was good follow-up play. And in the end, it was Hanley there in support. Alan Tate joined the line. That may have made an overlap on that left-hand side, and it was the try scorer for Leeds. 4 points to Ellery Hanley. And Leeds lead the first points of the afternoon. Just 6 minutes on the clock. Graham Holroyd has the opportunity from right underneath the post to extend that 4-6. A fairly simple kick for the Leeds scrum half. On the mound of sand, takes a good look up, will take his time, steps up now, left-footed. Raw from the supporters behind the post. And the Ellery Hanley try converted by Graham Holroyd. An ideal start for Leeds. They lead Bradford by 6 points to 0. Ellery Hanley try, Graham Holroyd conversion. And it all stemmed maybe from the fact that Bradford Northern had pressed and had lost possession deep inside the Leeds half of the field. David Watson's been called upon by referee David Campbell for a few words, indicating something. Seems to have now said what he had to say, the witness official, and Bradford Northern kick off again through Derek Fox. Bounces awkwardly for Gary Mercer, now picks up underneath his post. Mercer gets a pass out to Iro. Iro with a bit of a gap down that side. Iro steps off his left foot. That was good play by the Leeds three-quarter. Iro cropping up on the left-hand side there, playing in the right centre position, but Gary Mercer got the pass out, and Leeds, from being underneath their posts in one tackle, have made it midway between the halfway line and their own 20-metre line, as Richie Ayres, the Leeds second row forward, heads towards that halfway line before he's tackled by Paul Newlove. Schofield to Familo. Familo tries to make yards, but he's met by his opposite number 10 there, Bradford Northern's Eugene Bourville. Ellery Hanley, the try scorer, always looking to release the ball, always looking to make yards forward, but Roy Powell brings him down. Lowe's to Holroyd. Holroyd with the towering kick inside that Bradford Northern 20-metre line. Pressure on Roger Simpson, but how well the Northern fullback took it. There were 3 Leeds players coming up on Simpson, and not only does he take it well, he makes good yards too, and gets away from his own danger area. Newlove for Bradford Northern heads towards the halfway line, tackled by Harvey Howard. Now it's Roy Powell. Powell makes it now just inside the Leeds half. Ellery Hanley sliding tackle, bringing the big 6-foot frame of Powell down. Derek Fox with a quick pass inside to McDermott. McDermott looked to get the ball away, wanted to use an ask from the supporters. The ball's been lost there, has it? Referee blows his whistle. Trevor Clark is going to have a word with the referee. Certainly Brian McDermott appeared to knock the ball forward there under a little bit of pressure from a Leeds tackle, and the referee David Campbell agrees, gives the knock on, and it's a scrum down with Leeds having head and ball. Almost comes out on the Bradford Northern side. That would have been an unusual event if that had happened, but it comes out to Leeds, and Derek Fox eager to get in and make challenges on Gary Schofield. Now it's Jim Fallon, always eager for the ball, as one of the early receivers is the former Bath Rugby Union player. Takes some stopping, Fallon, when he gets in flight, as Roy Powell found out there. Mercer gets support from Richie Ayres, tackled though by Paul Medley. Lowe's goes on a run. Bradford Northern defence there caught as Leeds taking the ball up from acting half back, and some good yards forward made there by Leeds on this right hand side. Schofield thinks about the kick, then puts the pass out to Iro. Iro shrugs off Newlove, but a good tackle comes in, and Alan Tate couldn't quite take that one. But Leeds keeping the ball alive, putting pressure on that Bradford Northern line. And Headingley, Leeds love to throw the ball around and entertain the supporters. On this occasion, Bradford Northern get possession. Trevor Clark makes a good run again. Halfway, almost on the centre spot before he's tackled by Aseni Familo. Derek Fox feeds Roy Powell. Powell running to Kevin Iro. Two big men meet inside that Leeds half of the field as Newlove takes up possession again from the quick play the ball. Again, Northern have it. Final tackles of David Campbell. Derek Fox puts up the up and under. Pressure on Alan Tate. There's a couple of Northern players after him. The ball's gone loose. Jim Fallon picks up, but it looked to be a foul on Alan Tate there by David Watson, and the referee agreeing Alan Tate has gone down as a result. But it was a towering up and under by Derek Fox, and Alan Tate, as a result of trying to take that one, receives a bit of a knock, and Leeds physiotherapist Seamus Callion comes on to treat the Leeds fullback. But David Watson was penalised, and then quickly Leeds kick the ball into touch and have the tap through Familo. Familo, big, bursting forward, tackled in the end by David Myers. Big Harvey Howard, always popular with the Leeds supporters, makes it inside that Bradford Northern half. Lowe's with a long spinning pass to Gary Schofield, but Schofield knocks on. Ellery hand indicates that the ball went back. Referee David Campbell disagrees with the Leeds captain, and it will be a further scrum down. 12 and a half minutes gone. Leeds lead 6-0. Ball almost comes against the head. It came then off a Leeds player, and it comes out on the Northern side. Derek Fox has it. Bradford in possession, deep inside their own half. Roger Simpson, Bradford Northern fullback, puts a pass inside to Summers. Now it's McDermott with the head guard now off, which he had for the opening 10 minutes or so, but that's gone by the way after the opening spell. Paul Medley gets away from Mercer, but Lowe's brings him down. Northern approaching at least 20 metre line. Dixon shrugs off the first challenge, gets the ball away to Trevor Clark. Good pass by Dixon. And Leeds will need to defend now as Northern put a kick through by Fox. It's a good kick. Danger, is a try for Bradford Northern. The referee says that Watson didn't ground the ball. A bit of controversy there by the referee, whether Watson grounded the ball or not. We'll probably only see on replays, but the referee indicated that after that kick through from Derek Fox, Watson failed to ground the ball. You've got to exert downward pressure on the ball, and the referee was right on it and said no try Bradford Northern. Leeds have it through Graham Holroyd, spins out of one tackle, tries to spin out of a second, looks to get the ball away, but Medley, the Northern second row, brings him down. Lowe's out to Richie Ayres on that main stand side. Ayres has support from Innis, but is tackled by Bourneville. Now it's Lowe's. Lowe's feeds Familo. Familo gets the ball away to Lowe's, who was there on the short side for support. Always support work, and Lowe's was there. Leeds have it. Schofield puts a little kick through. The ball's gone loose. I thought for a second he'd been knocked on by McDermott, but referee says play on, and David Turpin, the Northern wingman, has possession for Bradford. Newlove has possession, gets away from the first tackle, has support, gets the ball away to David Myers. Myers surging towards the 20 metre line. It's Myers against Tate. Myers is going for the line. The Bradford Northern winger, does he ground it? He does. That's a try to Bradford Northern, surely. Yes, it is. David Campbell looks towards the touch judge. The try's been given, and David Myers has gone in at the corner for Bradford Northern. The first Northern score of the afternoon coming on 15 minutes, 6 points to 4. And how well David Myers did there. He picked up the ball just about on halfway, and he really motored down this left-hand side, took on the Leeds full-back Alan Tate, looked for a second if Tate would capture him, but Myers had the pace, he had the power, and David Myers, the Bradford Northern wingman, crashes in for a try right on this touchline side. Now just 2 points separate the two sides as Graham Holroyd restarts proceedings, and Derek Fox picks up possession. Leeds fans say knock on. David Campbell agrees. I'm sure Derek Fox doesn't. It was only a little one, but the referee saw it. They all count. And it's a scrum down inside that Bradford Northern 20-metre area. Leeds now no more than probably about 10 yards from the try line. Leeds could immediately get back into this one and extend their lead if they can produce something from this set of 6. Schofield to Innes. The ball's been lost by Leeds, and David Watson relieved to pick up possession for Northern. The Kiwi looks to release the ball in the first tackle. For Milo brings him down. Paul Medley. Medley tackled. Now it's Neil Summers, and usually playing in the 3 quarters. Certainly one of the versatile players in the Bradford Northern side. Can play full-back, can play stand-off, can play 3-quarter. He's even played wing, and he finds himself wearing that number 3 shirt for this clash. Leeds are penalised, holding in the tackle, and Northern have the penalty which Derek Fox dispatches just above the head of Dougie Lawton on that far side of the ground. Tap penalty taken by Bradford. Turpin from first receiver, met and dumped unceremoniously by Richie Ayres and by James Lowes. Bourneville tackled by Howard and Familo. Clark to Roy Powell. Powell, there's a lot of hard grafting Roy Powell in the Bradford Northern team. Medley comes up quickly there. Good yards by Bradford there inside the danger area as far as Leeds concerned. Referee's blown up. Touch judge is on, and it could be there's been a bit of a punch-up, bit of a fracas involving 2 players, and the referee is calling the touch judge across. Going to have a quick word with him. Ellery Hanley's trying to have a listen. Referee stops the clock, and he's calling across Richie Ayres. Ellery Hanley's in attention. Harvey Howard's also coming across to have a listen. I think Leeds are going to be penalised. Ayres adjudged to have maybe held down in the tackle or used a bit of pressure or a punch. Difficult to tell. It was very close. The touch judge saw it anyhow on that far side, and it's a penalty to Bradford Northern and a chance for Derek Fox to the right hand of the upright to equalise the scores. Fox then with the opportunity, taking his time, looking up at the post, steps up now, right-footed. The Northern fans behind the goal applaud, and we're now level with approaching 20 minutes gone. 6 points apiece. Derek Fox with the penalty. Myers got the try. Fox couldn't convert from the touchline, but the penalty has equalised the points. 6-all. And Graham Holroyd will once again kick off for Leeds. Long kick, well taken by Paul Dixon, bounced up at his chest but took it well. And Dixon's met by a reception committee of Mercer, Lowes and Familo. Ball's gone loose. Northern have it. Referee looks towards the touch judge. Says the ball went back. Simpson picks up for Bradford. Clark at acting halfback. Roy Powell. Powell almost towards halfway. Watson comes blindside for Bradford. Feeds the ball inside to Dixon, to Clark, then to Fox. Now it's McDermott, the Bradford Northern hookup. Turns, tries to get the ball away, but James Lowes and Gary Schofield are going to make sure that he doesn't get through with that one. Medley for Bradford, heading towards that Leeds 20-metre line. Final tackle. Derek Fox puts the grubber kick through. Alan Tate, though, is going to take it straight to the Leeds full-back. Fox's kick perfect for Alan Tate to take. And Francis Cummins gets away from that first tackle. Can't get away, though, from Paul Newlove. Newlove drags him down by his shirt collar. Here comes Gary Mercer. Mercer met by Dixon and by Myers. Jim Fallon takes up the ball from first receiver from that quick ball and does well, Jim Fallon, towards halfway. Now comes Richie Ayres. Ayres gets away from Powell. Tackle comes in from Newlove. Good yardage this by Leeds. They're now inside that northern half and pressing to get the lead for the second time. Iro feeds the ball out to Ayres. Ayres can't get the ball away, though. Now it's Lowe's. Lowe's to Schofield. Schofield with a diagonal grubber kick through. And it's picked up by Roger Simpson. Leeds decided to put the kick through. A little clever kick through, but nobody there for Leeds, and Simpson retrieves for Bradford Northern. Referee stops the watch again. He's given a penalty to Bradford Northern, maybe indicating that Leeds were trying to steal the ball. Whatever, it's a Bradford Northern penalty, which Derek Fox kicks onto the roof of the south stand. Northern have the penalty. Powell, tackled by Familo and by Harvey Howard. McDermott tackled by Hanley, the Leeds try scorer. Clark brings in Newlove. Newlove, always a constant danger. You can expect anything from this man if he gets half a chance. Trevor Clark back in the Bradford Northern team. Northern just outside that Leeds 20-metre area. Simpson takes up the ball, sees a gap, goes for it, but it's quickly closed by Ellery Hanley and by Graham Holroyd. Attempted drop goal by Derek Fox. It's wide and it's offside. And Bradford Northern have a penalty, so an attempted drop goal which would have given 1 point could possibly mean a penalty conversion and 2 points. Nedal Stevenson, the Bradford assistant coach, comes on with a bucket of sand, and Bradford Northern have the opportunity, 24 minutes gone, of gaining the lead for the first time. Underneath the posts should be nothing more than a formality for the Bradford Northern number 7. Fox with the penalty, Fox with 2 points, and Bradford Northern lead for the first time. 2 penalties now from the boot of Derek Fox. And after Leeds led 6-0, Bradford Northern, and they're only drawn level, but have taken the lead with a 2-point advantage. Holroyd once more to kick the ball deep inside that northern half of the field. A touch from Derek Fox, it goes behind, it's fielded by David Myers. Myers, the Bradford Northern try scorer, looks dangerous, receives a real challenge there from Harvey Howard. I'm sure David Myers will have felt that one. Medley shrugs off the challenges, but there's always plenty of blue and amber shirts around him, and Graham Holroyd one of them to bring him down. McDermott, Howard ensuring that McDermott goes not an inch further forward. Leeds supporters shout for a knock-on. Referee allows play to go on as David Watson goes into another gap down this south stand side. Watson looks for support, finds it in Baldville. Now he finds Roy Powell. Watson finding a gap in the Leeds defence there. Northern looked to exploit it as they quickly spread the ball from the left-hand side out to the right-hand side. Medley, little pass inside to Neil Summers, but that was a difficult one for Summers to take, right down by his ankles, and Schofield completes the tackle. Final tackle this. Chip over by Derek Fox. Fielded by Craig Innes, and the danger for Leeds has gone. And Innes looks to get away himself. Cummins, one of the young talented players here at Headingley, makes a good break down the right hand side, gets the ball in field to Kevin Iro. Iro's got support from Alan Tate. Tate looks for help, can he get the ball away? He's finally met by two Bradford Northern challenges, but a great break by Cummins. Iro was there and Tate was there. Tate plays the ball to himself. Now it's Schofield with the kick through, but straight into the hands of the Bradford Northern loose forward. And here come Bradford on the counter-attack. Watson inside to Trevor Clark. It's fast, it's furious at the moment, going from end to end. Leeds have the break. Bradford Northern defend. Northern have the break, and then Leeds defend. And Northern have the penalty. Quickly taken. Not kicking into touch, Bradford Northern deciding to tap the ball and try and gain forward momentum by keeping possession. Roy Powell met by Howard and by Familo. Clark, short pass, Paul Medley head down, almost gets away from that first tackle. One of the elusive runners, Paul Medley. David Watson with a good pass to Bournemouth on this short side. Bournemouth comes into Fallon, looks to release the ball. He does in the end to Newlove. Newlove can't get the ball away. The ball's gone loose. Leeds are going to regain possession, I think. Northern again were in a good position, but Bradford coughed up possession. And Jim Fallon relieved to get hold of the ball. Immediately Leeds look to attack and spread the ball across the field. Holroyd. Now it's Richie Ayres. A roar goes up as Leeds trying to get back into this game. Gary Mercer, a former Bradford Northern player. Mercer spent a spell at Odsal, also at Warrington. Good ball away. Here comes Alan Tate. Tate over halfway, goes off Simpson. He's got support with him. He finds it now in Ellery Hanley. Hanley turns. Tackle there by Derek Fox. Tate again. Leeds powering forward now, finding big gaps. Kevin Iro out to Holroyd. Holroyd cuts towards his south stand side, puts the kick through. The ball's loose. Holroyd regathers. Tackled by Simpson. Good play by the Leeds scrum half. Ball thrown quickly out to this left hand side. Mercer to Tate. There's a gap here for Leeds. Tate to Cummins. Cummins though can't crash in the corner. He's met by Roy Powell and the wingman Turpin. Tate thrown back in half-back, almost spots a gap himself, but Paul Dixon shuts it immediately as he finds it. Lowe's, quick pass inside, a try for Leeds. Richie Ayres has gone in for Leeds. The Leeds second row forward. Bradford Northern were always looking to be stretched on that left-hand side. Leeds led 6-0, Northern bounced back to make it 8-6. And Leeds now taking the lead for the second time. Fox punts the ball high inside that Leeds half of the field. Fielded by Schofield. Feeds to Ellery Hanley. Hanley runs into David Watson. And Watson, with the help of two other Northern defenders, bring him down. Lowe's to Fallon. Jim Fallon always around to take up possession in the early stages. Lowe's gets the ball from Familo. Another break by Leeds. Kevin Iro, what a bursting run by him at Simpson. Half his size manages to bring him down. Again, Leeds looking dangerous. Graham Holroyd thinks about the pass left and gets the ball inside to Familo. Alan Tate joins the line again. Tate goes round Neil Summers, then pushes off Trevor Clark, gets the ball to Gary Schofield. Schofield ducks one challenge. Finally brought down by Paul Newlove. Lowe's feeds Richie Ayres against David Myers, tries to push the wingman off, but Myers is up to it and brings him down. Final tackle, Leeds just a few yards from the try line. Schofield puts the kick through, the ball's gone loose. Graham Holroyd tries a bit of football. In the end, Bourneville is there for Bradford to pounce on the ball, and glad to do so as well, as Leeds try and play it soccer style inside that northern 25-yard area. Was always going to be a tight, compact game, this. Two teams having aspirations of the Championship. Wigan, Bradford and Leeds, perhaps the trio that could be involved in the final couple of months of the season for the Championship race. As a swinging tackle comes in, Turpin's brought down. Kick forward by Derek Fox. Long kick, good kick as well. It's fielded by Francis Cummins, but he's deep inside his own half. He's met by three tackles. David Watson comes in on one of them. Looked to be slightly around the upper regions. Referee allows play to continue. Has a check that there's nothing going on between David Watson and Francis Cummins. Now it's Jim Fallon. Fallon met by Bourneville and McDermott. Leeds again powering forward. Northern defence holds the Leeds forwards. Richie Ayres on to the halfway line. Watson with the tackle. Ball comes back to Graham Holroyd. Holroyd with that diagonal kick. It's fielded by David Ayres inside his own half of the field. Ayres though goes nowhere. He has support from Simpson, but Kevin Iro's there to bring him down. Simpson goes by himself, but ankle tapped by Iro and brought down by Gary Mercer. About 5.5 minutes to go to half time. 10-8 the scoreline. Nothing to separate the two teams at this particular moment in time. Leeds lead by 2 tries to 1. But it's all quite tight at this particular moment in time, as Bourneville thinks about releasing the ball, but Howard and Familo aren't going to let him. Fox inside to Newlove. Newlove against Mercer. Iro comes in, pushes the Great Britain three-quarter back about 5 yards. Tackle completed by Leeds. Fox puts the kick through. Inside that Leeds half, Jim Fallon's going to allow the ball to bounce. It trickles into touch. And it will be a scrum down inside the Leeds 20-metre area, and Leeds will have the advantage of the pudding. 2 sets of packs meet and lock horns, and it's been quite fast and frenetic in this first half. Fallon met by Watson. Fallon almost gets away, and David Watson's going to be called upon, this time by the referee. It was another tackle a little bit too high to David Campbell's liking, and the Bradford Northern standoff is going to receive the wrath of referee David Campbell. Derek Fox, the Northern captain, comes across, and that's probably the second or third time that David Watson has been not necessarily spoken to, but has received certainly views and hours of the home supporters. Referee David Campbell basically says, high tackle, cut it out. Leeds have the penalty, which Graham Holroyd kicked into touch. Leeds have possession then from the quick tap the ball. For Milo. Over halfway. Harvey Howard. Howard turns, gets the ball away to James Lowe's. Lowe's goes into a gap, another one by Leeds, finds Gary Schofield. Schofield's going to go in underneath the post. Quick response by Leeds. A try scored by Gary Schofield underneath the post. The third Leeds try of the afternoon, just on the stroke of half time. 14 points to 8 now Leeds lead, and that try coming on 37 minutes. But James Lowe's, the Leeds hooker, involved in that one, finding a gap. Good support play again by Leeds when that pass arrived in the hands of the try poacher himself, Gary Schofield, from about 20 metres out. There's only going to be one conclusion, and that was to be a try for Leeds underneath the post. And if this is successful, then Leeds will have doubled the Bradford Northern points tally. Holroyd kicks, not a problem at all for the Leeds scrum half. 16 points to 8, now Leeds lead. It could be a crucial 6 points to Leeds. Kick deep, Ellery Hanley has it. Met by Paul Newlove and by Roy Powell. Now it's Jim Fallon. Fallon tackled by Paul Medley and by Bourneville. Lowe's has support. Mercer with a long pass out to Kevin Iro on that left-hand side. Innes into a gap. He's got support from Cummins. Cummins steps inside one Bradford Northern player. Still going Leeds. Well, they're splitting the Northern defence here. Kevin Iro cropping up on this left-hand side, and that may have caught Bradford Northern unawares. Here come Leeds again. Richie Ayres. Ayres gets a pass away to James Lowes. Lowes has Schofield with him, decides to go by himself, turns, still going to Leeds hooker. What a good first half he's had. McDermott finally grabs hold of his shirt collar and brings him down. Tate to Iro. Iro turns, gets the ball away to Lowes. Leeds looking dangerous once more as we enter the final moments of this first half. Iro, long pass out. It's picked up by Schofield. Hanley joins the line, a chance for Hanley, gets the ball inside, just too high for the Leeds standoff, and Northern can get away with that one through Paul Dixon. That possibly, if that would have been 4 points and converted to 6, it would have meant a mountain to climb for Northern in the second half. Leeds kept the ball alive, the ball just wouldn't stick, and it's still 16 points to 8. Fox feeds it to David Watson. Watson to Summers. Summers inside, the ball's been lost. Leeds pick up a mistake by Northern. Iro inside to James Lowes. Lowes though tackled by Medley. An unforced error there by Bradford Northern once more. And Leeds in a good position again. Harvey Howard sapping and draining the energy of the Northern defenders, inches away from the try line. Schofield. Ball gone back. Richie Ayres. Ayres inside to Tate. Tate looks to release the ball, almost gets away himself with a try. Simpson halts him inches from the try line. Quick play the ball. Hanley's going to go in himself. He is. The Leeds number 13 scores again. That's his second try of the afternoon, right on the stroke of half time. Ellery Hanley has scored the try. Leeds his fourth of the afternoon. Is now 20 points to 8 to Leeds. Graham Holroyd has a chance for his third conversion of the afternoon. Holroyd steadies himself, left-footed, straight between the middle. Graham Holroyd adds another 2 points to the scoreline. And there goes the half-time hooter, and Leeds in a very good position after the first 40 minutes. They led 6-0 through a Hanley try and Holroyd conversion. Northern bounced back with a Myers try and 2 Fox penalties, but then Ayres, Schofield and Hanley scored tries, and there were 2 further conversions from Graham Holroyd. Half-time at Headingley, Leeds leading by 22 points to 8. Led out by Ellery Hanley. Northern already eager to get on with things, and how crucial the opening 10 minutes certainly will be for Peter Fox's team. Desperately needing a try to get themselves back into this Stones Bidder Championship encounter. Referee David Campbell gets the second half underway, and Graham Holroyd gets the first Leeds touch. Feeds Gary Mercer. Mercer tackled by Paul Newlove just outside his own 20-metre line. Jim Fallon shrugs off one challenge, almost looks to get away from that second tackle by Paul Dixon for Milo for Leeds. Meets his opposite number head to head. Richie Ayres. Ball pops out of the hand of Ayres. Referee says knock on. David Campbell makes a decision. Leeds have to adhere to it, and Bradford Northern should gain possession back from the scrum. Comes out on the northern side. Watson finds Neil Summers. Summers can find no way through. Innes with the tackle. Schofield in support. Simpson from action half-back. Northern full-back tries to head towards the 20-metre line, but met by Harvey Howard, about twice the size of Simpson, hauls him down. 3 Leeds tacklers ensure the ball's not passed. Derek Fox. Fox out to Paul Dixon. Dixon met by Howard. Northern 2 tackles. They're still about the same distance from the Leeds try line. Pass inside to Paul Newlove. Newlove tries to find a gap in the Leeds defence. It's quickly shut by Leeds once more. Derek Fox, a little diagonal kick through. Well taken by Alan Tate. Dangerous kick that by Fox. There were 2 Northern players around him, and Alan Tate did well to field the ball. And Ellery Hanley's there as usual to bring the ball away. Gary Mercer. Mercer releases the ball away to James Lowes. Good handling this by Leeds. Lowes eventually brought down by Paul Newlove, but Leeds have made about 30 yards there in about 2 tackles. Was that play on? Referee has a look. Newlove tried to intercept the ball. Only succeeded in knocking the ball on. David Campbell gives a knock on, gives a scrum down. Leeds have the put in. Holroyd feeds Gary Schofield. Schofield to Innes. Innes finds a gap in that Northern defence. Charging towards that 20-metre line. Still going, Craig Innes. He's not going to be caught. He goes underneath the post. Craig Innes on that, receiving that ball, knew exactly where he was heading towards. He was heading straight towards the Bradford Northern try line. The try scorer was Craig Innes, the 5th of the afternoon for Leeds, and as soon as Innes got that ball, he came onto it at such power, split the Northern defence, and Craig Innes, head down, feet pumping, was not going to be caught. And a fairly simple conversion for Graham Holroyd, right underneath the post, as Craig Innes receives the applause of the Leeds fans as he heads back towards his own half. Meanwhile, Graham Holroyd converts once more, and Leeds have broken the Bradford Northern defence as early as the opening couple of minutes of the second half. It's now 28 points to 8 that Leeds lead. Innes with the try, and Graham Holroyd with the conversion. And again, Bradford Northern have the unwanted task of kicking off. Bouncing awkwardly inside the in-goal area, but Ellery Hanley traps it eventually with his foot and brings up possession for Leeds. Jim Fallon. Fallon almost spots a gap. The roar again goes up from the Leeds fans, sort of the home supporters, enjoying this opening half and the early stages of the second half so far. Holroyd out to Schofield. Schofield with the pass to Alan Tate. Tate gets the ball away. This time McDermott spotted it for Bradford, and Northern have possession. Northern have made a substitution. David Heron has come on. Bourneville takes up possession. How vital it is that Northern try and create something. They're in a good position here. Heron gets the ball away to Dixon, but Dixon's met by 2 Leeds tackles. There's that man Heron, gets the ball away to Neil Summers. Summers to Derek Fox. Fox turning and tries to release the ball, but spun down by Richie Ayres. David Watson comes off his right foot. Watson looks for support, gets the ball away to Paul Medley. Medley the ball inside to Powell. Powell's tackled by Lowes, but the ball's been knocked on by Bradford Northern. David Turpin, the man that's knocked on, inches short of the try line. David Heron was there in support, but another opportunity for Bradford Northern in a good position has gone. Leeds hold out once more. And Northern spill up possession from the scrum. Francis Cummins. Referee saw it. Ellery. David Heron says he tackled him fairly, but referee says elbow. David Heron says no, and indicates there the referee penalises Bradford Northern, and the tap is taken quickly by Gary Schofield. Leeds in confident mood. Gary Mercer. Mercer goes into the first tackle, held by Bourneville. Plenty of Leeds players wanting the ball, everybody eager for possession. One of those is Harvey Howard, taps the ball to himself. Howard makes a good break again for Leeds. Makes it now well into that Bradford Northern half. Lowe's out to Schofield. Schofield feeds Holroyd. Holroyd to Ayres. Ayres to Innes. Innes though can't get away from that tackle. One of the Leeds players is down injured. Schofield puts the bomb up. Referee has a look. The ball's dangerous here. It's bouncing all over the place. It's going to be picked up by Leeds. Mercer's in for the try. And Leeds have scored once more. 32 points to 8 now Leeds lead. Try number 6. The bomb was put up by Gary Schofield. The referee looked, said the Leeds players were onside. He waved play on. The ball was allowed to bounce, and there were 3 or 4 Leeds players sniffing, wanting that ball as it bounced, and Gary Mercer was the grateful recipient of the ball. Two tries for Leeds in the opening 8 minutes of the second half. Have put Leeds well in the ascendancy, and the Leeds fans know, as the Leeds players and supporters and management team do too, as Graham Holroyd with an excellent conversion from that far side. 34 points to 8 now Leeds lead. The conversion's good by Graham Holroyd, and Leeds know a victory will put them to the top of the table, and they're playing like a team that wants to be league leaders and a team that maybe wants to stay there. The championship race between Leeds and Wigan, is it? Or will Bradford Northern and Halifax come into it in the final couple of months of the season? Leeds make a substitution. George Mann comes on, and Leeds have possession through Jim Fallon. Fallon met by Dixon. Lowe's from acting half-back. Gary Mercer goes on one of those diagonal runs, looks to get away from David Turpin, but he's brought down by the Northern wingman. Lowe's in field to Familo, head down, makes tackles. Summers brings him down, but Leeds making good yards forward once more. Ellery Hanley, 23 tries this season, 2 this afternoon. Schofield with the kick through. It's taken by David Watson, who brings up possession. Watson looks to have gone back to that full-back berth in this last few moments. David Myers got a try for Bradford in the early stages, but unless we're going to see something of a tremendous fight back from Peter Fox's team, it's going to be nothing more than the scant consolation. Leeds look for the knock-on. Referee says the ball went back. David Heron, another former Leeds player, of course, in the Bradford Northern ranks. Paul Dixon, met by Harvey Howard, met by Aseni Familo. Summers will look to kick. Kicks deep inside that Leeds half. It's a good kick by Summers. It's fielded now by Francis Cummins inside his own 20-metre area. Tries to step off his left foot, but is met by David Turpin and by Paul Medley. Now it's Alan Tate, Leeds full-back. All the Leeds players eager for possession as Mercer goes on another break down that far side of the field. finds a gap, goes for it before he's brought down by Paul Newlove. Now it's Jim Fallon. Fallon looks to go past a couple of defenders. Another Northern sub on. Adam Greenwood is also on the field for Bradford, so Peter Fox making a couple of changes, hoping that Northern can give a good account of themselves and get something from this 30 minutes that remain. Kick forward by Leeds goes behind, bounces, and Bradford Northern will have the tap on their own 20-metre line. 34 points to 8 the scoreline in favour of Leeds. Summers feeds Bourneville. Bradford need runners, they need something, some creativity maybe from the likes of David Watson or Derek Fox or David Heron, one of those three players. They need something to try and split the Leeds defence. They're going to probably get a penalty. Referee sees something but allows play to continue as McDermott gets away from Kevin Iro, but Gary Schofield is after him and hauls him down. Now it's Neil Summers. Summers shimmies for the kick and then continues the movement forward, but he's tackled by George Mann. Final tackle is for Bradford Northern, so going to do something here. Derek Fox puts the grubber kick through. It's going to bounce into touch, is it? Yes, it is, on that far side. Kick through by the Northern scrum half, and it's going to be a scrum down inside that Leeds 20-metre area, and Leeds, of course, will have the advantage of the put-in. Ball comes out on the Leeds side. Fallon met by another suspiciously high one there by David Watson, already been warned once by referee David Campbell. Iro, what a big man he is, he just tries to swat them off like flies. Takes the tap to himself, goes round one, still going Kevin Iro. Leeds fans love to see Kevin Iro in full flight, and Leeds are going to be given a penalty. Holding down in the tackle. David Campbell gives another penalty to Leeds. And Graham Holroyd dispatches the ball into the TV entry. Now it's for Milo. Tackled by Greenwood and by Dixon. Here comes Harvey Howard. Like a bull in a china shop. Head down, only knows one way forward. Schofield out towards this far side. This time the ball couldn't be released. Alan Tate was looking for possession there from Mercer, but Mercer had to hold on. Now it's Alan Tate. Thinks about the little kick. Met by Bourneville and Greenwood and Powell. But Leeds looking dangerous every time they have possession, looking to create something again. Schofield finds Gary Mercer. Mercer gets the ball away. Iro throws the ball out. It's going to be a try for Leeds, is there? But this time the ball and the man James Lowe's are in touch. Lowe's looks disparagingly towards the touch judge to say that he got the ball back inside to Francis Cummins, but Lowe's was in touch. He tried desperately to get that ball inside. Receives the applause of the Leeds fans for his efforts. Now it's Greenwood, the Northern substitute. This is Neil Summers, but Northern not been able to break the Leeds defence down. And 2 tries at the start of the second half have really put Leeds in a brilliant position. Ball's gone behind. Referee penalises Leeds for trying to steal the ball. And Derek Fox has the penalty, which he puts into touch on that dugout side. Tap penalty taken by Neil Summers. Summers, first receiver, is the big Bradford Northern number 10. Summers acting halfback, finds Roy Powell. Powell going forward, but he's met by George Mann and Aseni Familo. Fox trying to create something here for Northern. David Heron tries to release the ball, looks for support. Ayres and Lowe's bring him down. Fox again brings in David Watson. Watson with a pass inside. Dixon finds Derek Fox. Ball is held by the Northern scrum half. Leeds needs to defend. Watson throws the pass inside to Roy Powell. Powell plays it. Watson almost caught there, but Northern still have it. They'll kick through. The ball's gone loose. Leeds have it. McDermott's dived on it, but the referee indicating that there was a Leeds touch there first. He didn't go away, which I think was Alan Tate. It's a good job Tate got his hand to it. Otherwise, McDermott would have gone in for the try for Bradford. Northern trying through that little kick through to find some way back into this game. Alan Tate got there first, but Bradford have another 6 set of tackles from this kick out from Graham Holroyd. Brian McDermott heads towards the 20-metre line. +14,000 spectators watching this top of the table clash. Dixon has it. Tackled by Mann and by Harvey Howard. Leeds eager to keep Bradford Northern out. Bradford desperately trying to get some points on the board in the second half. Summers turns, plays it towards David Watson. Can he find a way through? Throws his arm, gets away from a tackle. The ball's gone behind. Greenwood feeds Powell. Powell fields Turpin. The wingman tries to find a gap in the Leeds defence. It's just not there though. Good tackle by Leeds, holding Bradford Northern at bay. Fox feeds the ball now to Heron. Heron's lost it though, the ball's gone loose. David Heron desperately tried to release the ball, looking for runners on his inside. They weren't there, the ball was lost, and Leeds again have possession. Gary Mercer heads from one side of the field to the other. Makes it to the 20-metre line. Lowe's feeds Mann. Mann pushes off one challenge. Throws the ball inside. Hanley thinks about the pass. Dummies goes into a gap. The Leeds captain over the halfway again. Still going Ellery Hanley. Feeds the ball inside to Graham Holroyd. Holroyd shrugs off 2 challenges. Still going. Kick comes through. The ball's been lost. And here come Bradford Northern from one end of the field to the other. Roger Simpson, the fullback, still going. Makes it inside that Leeds half. Leeds made the break. All of a sudden the ball was lost. And up put Bradford Northern with a run forward. That's a poor pass. It's gone backwards, but David Watson has to go back to field. Now Watson goes by himself. The Kiwi. Tackled by Lowe's and by Ellery Hanley. Leeds looking dangerous again. And they throw that ball around. Midway through this second half, 34 points to 8, Leeds lead. David Heron, can he create something for Bradford? Finds McDermott, keeping the ball alive. Derek Fox, Fox with support. Newlove finds Dixon. It possibly was a forward pass anyhow. Paul Dixon with his hands on his hips, can't quite believe it. Not been Bradford Northern's afternoon so far. Tried desperately to get back into this one. Tried kicks through from Fox. They tried good passing. They tried the creativity of David Watson and Neil Summers. But so far, with the exception of that try in the first half, the Leeds defences hold firm. Jim Fallon, strong running winger. Schofield finds Alan Tate. Tate out to Iro. The ball's gone loose. Bradford Northern have it. Referee says knock on. And referee gives the advantage of that to Bradford Northern. Fox will feed the scrum for the side from Odsall. Comes out on the northern side. Heron feeds Watson. Watson releases the ball one-handed to David Myers. Myers loses the ball. Another error by Bradford Northern. And Leeds have it through. Harvey Howard. Strong rampaging run again by the Leeds number 8. Loves having the ball in his hand, loves running at defenders. This time he's tackled. Mann, one of the Leeds subs, looks to push off one defender, makes it just inside the Bradford half. Neil Harmon, the Leeds second substitute, just come on, he gets his first touch. Holroyd with the up and under. David Watson's underneath it. Watson's got it. He did well to take that, David Watson, because he was always backpedaling. Takes it, the number 6, deep inside his own half. As Leeds look to keep Bradford Northern penned deep inside this territory, this part of the field. McDermott releases the ball to Simpson. Simpson goes on another good run, the full-back, the number 1, who's moved into the centre with Watson going to full-back, but Roger Simpson has tried hard for Bradford Northern. He's tried to find some inroads into the Leeds defence. Northern have it inside the Leeds half. Paul Dixon. Dixon gets the ball away. Bradford Northern keeping the ball alive, keeping a little bit of pressure on Leeds. David Heron. Heron finds the winger, Turpin. Turpin gets away from the first tackle. He was ankle tapped and in the end comes down just outside that 20-metre line. Northern looking for some points in this second half. McDermott has possession. Good ball inside to Roy Powell. Powell steps in field. Bradford desperately trying to keep the ball alive. The ball's gone loose. Fox picks up. Fox to Greenwood. Greenwood gets the ball away to Watson. Watson goes round Hanley. Ball inside. Bradford desperately trying to keep the ball alive. Schofield comes in with the tackle. It's basketball stuff this by Bradford Northern. In the end, Kevin Iro brings down Roger Simpson, and this is the final tackle. Kick through, but it's straight into the hands of the Leeds substitute forward, Neil Harmon. 24 minutes of this second half gone. 34 points to 8 Leeds lead. 22-8 at half-time. Innis try, Mercer try, and 2 Graham Holroyd conversions in the opening 8 minutes of the second half as Jim Fallon looks to find another gap. Leeds eager for possession again. Lowe's steps off one challenge, gets away from 2, has supporting Gary Schofield. Schofield surging and underneath the post. Another gap in the Northern defence, and Leeds are in again. Gary Schofield has gone in for his second try of the afternoon, and that is Leeds' 7th. It's now 38 points to 8, and that coming on the 65-minute mark. It was James Lowe's that made the gap. He that got away from a couple of Northern defenders. Lowe's fed the ball to Gary Schofield. Schofield picked up possession. There was nobody there for Bradford Northern, and Gary Schofield went in for the try, said thank you very much, and went in underneath the post. Leeds scrum half, underneath the post, brings up the 40. Holroyd with the goal, and Leeds with 40 points, Bradford Northern with 8, and Bradford Northern have literally been torn apart by Leeds. Some strong performances by Leeds. Ellery Hanley, Gary Schofield have split the Northern defence on a number of occasions, and the Leeds fans thoroughly enjoying what they're seeing. Bradford Northern, well, it's just not their afternoon. We're disappointed to go out of the Eagle at Widnes in that quarter-final stage. Bounced back with a win at Doncaster, but really their championship aspirations have been really set back with this Leeds performance. Neil Harmon. Harmon tackled by Heron. Leeds eager for the ball, everybody wants it. Lowe's, good strong performance by him. He's always been there and thereabouts in this game. Final tackle, Leeds looking to keep the ball alive. Alan Tate joins the line. Tate goes into a gap, he's got support inside. Ellery Hanley's in for another. Thank you very much, says Ellery Hanley. Dives underneath the post. And that's his 24th try of the season and his 3rd of the afternoon. A hat-trick to Ellery Hanley. 44 points to 8. The 8th touchdown of the afternoon. Ellery Hanley with a smile on his face. And here stands Ellery Hanley, not a very usual sight. Hanley steps up like a true professional. Not a problem at all for the number 13. And Ellery Hanley, an unusual sight in the statistics, with a conversion. The Leeds fans love it, as cries of Ellery from the Leeds supporters ring around Headingley. A brilliant try by Hanley, and Leeds running amok. As here come Leeds again, immediately from the kickoff. Tate fields the ball to Iro, but Iro knocks on. The Leeds supporters were looking for the magical 50 there. We're looking for the 5-0. When Iro got that, the Leeds three-quarter just couldn't keep hold. Derek Fox desperately trying to keep something going for Bradford Northern. We can see it on the Bradford Northern players' faces. They know they've come up against a team in form and a side they're not going to give anything away, particularly at Headingley, as Newlove tries to look for some scant consolation. That looked a bit high from Harvey Howard. Paul Newlove didn't like it. Referee says play on. Dixon is in for the try for Bradford. He is. Paul Dixon has gone in for a touchdown for Bradford Northern. That's the least that brought some smiles to the face of Paul Dixon. Fox steps up, the two judges raise their flags. So Fox with the conversion, 46 points to 14 now the scoreline. At least that try from Paul Dixon provided some consolation for the Bradford Northern team. And Leeds supporters wanting 50, ever the cruel to the opposition. The Leeds supporters thoroughly enjoying their team's performance in this one. As Leeds, a rare sight, kicking off. Paul Medley. Medley gets away from that first tackle of Ayres, makes a good break. The second row forward, he's well over halfway. He's trying to go the length of the field himself almost there, Paul Medley. He might be a second row forward, but he's still a player that, as Leeds know, has got a fair bit of pace. A long break that by Medley, as Bradford Northern certainly get the bit between their teeth. Newlove takes the possession, Leeds are caught offside. Referee penalises Leeds. Bradford Northern maybe have a chance of another try. Fox goes into a gap. Fox releases the ball inside to Dave Watson. Watson's in for another try. Dave Watson's got in for Bradford Northern. Their third of the afternoon, 46 points to 18. Not the case. Two tries in literally 2 minutes. Derek Fox adds the conversion. Plenty of points. 46 points to 20 now the scoreline. And Leeds kick off once more. The Leeds supporters wanting 50. Bradford Northern team responding to those taunts, getting a couple of tries themselves. Dixon turns in the tackle, tries to get yards forward for Bradford. About 6.5 minutes remaining. Adam Greenwood, one of the Northern substitutes, tackled by Ellery Hanley. Paul Dixon, no way through for him, met by George Mann. Newlove to Roy Powell. Powell looks to release the ball's gone loose, picked up by Paul Newlove. Fed now to McDermott. McDermott inside that Leeds half. Releases the ball. Newlove picks it up. met by Lowe's and by Hanley. Summers feeds Fox. Fox out to David Heron. Heron inside to Powell. Powell goes into a gap, shrugs off the tackle of Harvey Howard. Makes it as a 20-metre area. Bradford Northern certainly at least battling towards the end. Watson with a long pass, almost an interception, but it's there for David Myers. Myers is in for another Bradford Northern try, and not only has he scored, he's gone right round, almost underneath the post. 46 points to 24 now here at Headingley. David Myers has gone in for his second try, and that try coming with brought it round to make it easier for Derek Fox to convert. 46 points to 26 now. And Fox with the conversion, and from Leeds having an advantage of 38 points, it's now been reduced to 20. Surely Bradford Northern can't come back and steal 2 points or a point in this one. A tremendous fight back by Bradford. Certainly give the Bradford Northern players some heart. McDermott met by Lowe's. Ball goes wide to Greenwood. Brought down by George Mann. Fox with a long pass, brings in David Heron. Heron releases the ball out to David Watson. Watson thinks about the pass, goes by himself, cuts in field, gets the ball inside to the wingman Turpin, but Rich Ayres is there to bring him down. Northern inside the Leeds half once more. Fox feeds David Heron. Heron inside to Roy Powell. Powell is tackled though there by Rich Ayres. Last tackle, Derek Fox keeps the ball inside. Here comes Bradford again. Dixon feeds out to Myers. Myers is in for another try. David Myers has gone in. That's his hat-trick for the afternoon. And Leeds must be asking some questions all of a sudden. The pass looked a long one, and maybe one or two thought it could have been even forward. So 46 points to 30. Northern have fought back. Leeds will be looking to tighten the defence in the final few minutes. Bradford have possession deep inside their own half. Turpin inside to Simpson. Simpson looks to go on another run here. This time the tackling is good by Leeds. Harvey Howard brings him down. Heron feeds the ball inside to Paul Newlove. Newlove cuts inside, gets the ball away to Watson. Ball inside to McDermott. Kevin Arrows up quickly there. Stop any opportunity of Northern having another chance down that side of the field. Dixon gets the ball inside to McDermott. McDermott feeds Heron. Heron out to Paul Medley. Medley looks to get away from another tackle. Good tackle this time. Cummins in pursuit of him. Watched him all the way and brings him down inside his own half. Bradford again. Derek Fox. Leeds regrouping and tackling. Final tackle this for Bradford Northern. Northern spinning out to the left-hand side. Kick through from David Heron. The ball's going to go out into touch on that far side. Tim Fallon certainly was fully aware that Myers was after it, even has a smile on his face as well, but knows that he knew exactly where that ball was going, out into touch, and Leeds will have the advantage of the put-in from the scrum. 46-8 at one stage, Leeds led. Northern with 4 tries in about 8 minutes. Fallon tackled by Heron. Ball's been lost. The ball was stolen by Bradford Northern, and Leeds have the penalty. Many would have predicted that this would have been a relatively tight championship game between second and third before this one. Looked for a long time as if Leeds were running away with it. Indeed, Leeds were running away with it, but Bradford Northern, to their credit, kept battling. But Leeds had the 2 championship points. They've picked up the win over their arch-rival Bradford Northern, as Paul Dixon and Gary Schofield shake hands in the middle of the park, 2 friends off the field. I think fans from both sides will have enjoyed this one. But Leeds have the win, that's the crucial factor. In the end it was just by 16 points, but a win's a win. And Leeds go to the top of the Stones Bidder Championship with Wigan's involvement in the Regal Trophy. Leeds are a point clear, but Wigan have 2 games in hand. It's better to be top with teams to chase as the Leeds supporters head towards the exits, applauding their team, who applaud them for their support this afternoon. Ellery Hanley in particular.
From him, it's the wrong way, under control, trying to go through tricky defenders, now with the slide across. Davis. Over to that. McMinn. Rolls is defending. Started.